Yo, who hired you?
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Yo, Who Hired You? My name is James, and this is...
What's up? I'm Hag.
And today we're going to talk about you, the overachiever, the person who has spent relentless days and nights on LinkedIn, Indeed, and Glassdoor, all these different employment sites, sending 8 million resumes out only to get rejected, but finally get that acceptance offer email into your inbox. So we're going to talk about you today, overachiever, special person. And what do you do now that you got the job? You beat the odds, but now what?
We're going to show you how not to mess it up.
Don't screw it up because it's nasty outside. All right, you did it, bro. Congratulations. Big clap for you. You got a job. Listen, August, there was only 22,000 jobs created. It's one of the lowest months for jobs in a very, very long time, but you landed one of those 22,000 jobs. Unemployment's 4.3%. Doesn't matter to you because you beat those odds and you got a job. Of the unemployed, 25.7%. Those people have been jobless for 27 weeks or more. Disgusting. But you're not part of that 25.7% anymore because you got a job, my friend.
You sound like Oprah.
And then lastly, in an environment where there are more unemployed people than there are available jobs, you were the little sperm with the other billions of sperms that made it to the job egg, got inside, and you're in now.
You're special.
You are special. But now what?
You get a job, everybody gets a job.
It's the opposite. Nobody gets a job.
Nothing.
You don't get a job, you don't get a job, and you don't get a job.
Just one person.
That's it. You made it. So you're here now. So don't blow it. Hag, what's the first thing this person has to do to not blow it?
I'd say they'd probably have to show up. I mean, that's as simple as it gets. Can you get there?
Can you get there? Now
we're going to say this isn't for anyone that works remotely, okay? You have to physically show up there.
You have to physically show up. You got to be there. You got to put clothes on. You got to take a shower. You can't be in your pajamas all day in front of a computer screen.
We'll talk about the remote workers on another episode.
Yes, but Hag has a great point. You got to get there, right? So you might think it's silly. What do you mean I got to get there? Duh, James. All right, do you know where your office is?
It's not that easy.
Do you know where your commute is? Do you know how much your commute is going to cost you every day to get to work?
How are you going to get there? Is it a train, a bus, a car, walk, bike, scooter?
Have you mapped it out? Have you said, hey, I got to go to the office on a Monday. I got 2 weeks. Let me take one of these Mondays and do a practice commute.
Probably not.
Probably not because you're a bozo. You got lucky, you got the job. And listen.
That's why you listen to us.
Any little thing, you're going to get thrown out on your ass because there's a million people looking for a job. So if you know how supply and demand works.
Yeah. You got to try twice as hard.
That's right. You got to get in and you got to stay in. So rule number 1, know how to get to your new job on time and without being all disheveled and crazy and sweaty. Like, I made it. I'm here. I'm here, guys. Okay. All right. Like, remember, you ever see Anchorman where he
shows
bursted
up
into the room?
Yeah.
He's like, oh my God, we can start the news. Don't be Ron Burgundy in that moment.
Your replacement's already there waiting to take over your spot. So
that's right. What was her name?
Happens.
Cornfield? Veronica Cornfield, the girl from Married with Children?
Oh, was it Veronica Vaughn?
No, it was like this is
Cornfield.
Veronica Cornfield or whatever.
Kelly Bundy.
Kelly Bundy, yeah. So look, there's a Kelly Bundy waiting to take your job right there. So make sure you know how to get there and get there on time.
Right.
Now, again, like we said, map it out. Take a day. Do the commute on the same type of day and at the same time you will be doing it for work. Yeah. Right?
I would agree because I've had it where before you don't want to like change the way that you commute, meaning like if you're used to driving, it's going to be a lot different than taking the train. And just because you think like taking a train or a bus might be a little bit easier, it may not be. And
absolutely
it may not be. And you're not ready for it. And then you got to walk 20 blocks in sweaty suit and now you're a mess.
Now you walk and they're like, who's the sweaty new guy?
Yeah.
And listen, you only get one chance to give a first impression.
That's right. You're going to be a red flag. You just got there.
You just got there. You're already telling your boss, hey, I might be 5 minutes late. I might be 10 minutes late. I took the wrong train. There was a train delay.
Nobody wants to hear it.
Nobody cares, bro. Work harder. Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Like, you know what? Just stay home today. Don't worry about it. I'll call the other person that we were going to give the job to instead.
The other 7 million people that have applied to this job.
That's a real thing.
We'll call them instead, and we'll see if they do the recon work and figure out the right way to get to
they
work.
would have showed up on time.
Yeah. And listen, since you're unemployed, you might be broke. So you don't even know what this commute is going to cost you every day, right? So like you might have been so excited that you got this job that you're like, yo, we're going to go out, we're going to go drink, we're going to have a party, we're going to eat, we're going to do it up this weekend, right?
What they say, like popping bottles like I scored the winning touchdown.
There you go. You live in a Rick Ross line right there, right? You're so excited you got this job. So now your bank account's looking crazy. And you didn't realize that you're going to spend $200 commuting to work.
Mm-hmm.
For the week. For the week.
Yeah,
for the week.
Yeah,
you didn't realize. You're like, oh man, I got to take this train, then I got to take that train,
and this
bus, or this Uber, or I got to pay for the parking because I'm in a city where I have to park in a municipal parking.
Yeah, now that parking garage is full by the time you get there. You got to go park somewhere else. Now what?
So you got to think about all of these things. You can't just be like, I got a job, whatever. I'm just going to show up. I'm going to wake up in the morning and just type it into my Google Maps and go. You could do that. Mm-hmm. Maybe you'll be okay. Maybe, but also maybe you won't be.
Right.
Do you want to hear that? Bing bong. Customers, we have a delayed train because some crazy homeless person fell on the tracks. Please bear with us as we scrape his dead body off of the tracks. Yeah. No, you're going to sit there for at least an hour when somebody falls on the tracks.
Yeah, and they won't let you off the train. You're just stuck.
You're stuck there. And then it's sweaty, smells like onions. Some guy's doing a dance routine. Some other kid came through with chocolates. It's just not a good experience. You're going to be there stressed out.
Oh, I saw the one thing, the lady, she was like scrubbing her feet.
Yeah, you saw that? She was scraping all the dead skin. It looked like cocaine. It looked like she had, bro, she was building sandcastles with all the stuff that was coming off of her feet.
That happens.
So listen, you want to get to work on time. You want to run the route. You want to make sure that you got money to get there back and forth for your first 2 weeks before you get paid. Like, got to think about all these things because you will be a bozo who will get a job and then can't afford to get to work because you went out and celebrated. Or you'll be late to work because you didn't do the route and didn't realize that the train runs at a certain time or the bus runs at a certain time or the highway that you need to take to work is going to be filled with tractor trailers starting at 5 a.m.
Yeah, or it's under construction.
Yep, or exactly. There's that nighttime construction that ends at 7 a.m.
Yeah.
And that's when you were planning to get on the road.
Yep.
So you got to think all these things through. What else, Hag?
Well, what to bring? What do you bring with you? Do you bring water, pen, paper, tablet? Like what?
Yes. And it sounds silly because it sounds like you're going to the first day of school. You got the little sign, my first day of kindergarten.
Yeah, you want to be prepared.
But it's real.
Yeah,
right?
You want the perception that you look prepared.
Yeah.
You may not even use any of that stuff. Who cares? But hey, look how this person showed up. They showed up ready to go, prepared. I didn't have to sit here and tell them to go get something. They already had it. And
it's something simple like the water, right? Like that's a good call out, right? Like it sounds trivial, but you don't know what the situation is at the office. You don't know, do they have a micro kitchen that everybody can use for free? Mm-hmm. Is it just a kitchen with a fridge that you got to bring your own stuff for? Is there a water machine? Do you got to now go outside and buy water? Like there's all these different variables that you need to account for.
Well, maybe you can't go outside and buy water.
That's right. Maybe you can't leave. Once you get in, you got to sit at your desk or your station or whatever, and you got to work through your whole shift. So these are things you got to think about. You got to be prepared. Simple things like a pen.
Mm-hmm.
Sell me this pen.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah. Sign right here. I need you to sign this multi-million-dollar contract.
Well, not only that, but you got to probably be, the pen. Well, you're going to have to maybe sign some HR documents, right? Direct deposit, like all those kind of things. Like maybe you need to sign off on those.
Yeah. And then again, if you're new into the workforce, you're probably like, should I do direct deposit? Like, do I even need to? Like, yes, you do. You need to do direct deposit. It needs to. You need to have a bank account in your name. Mm-hmm. You don't want to be sending it to your baby mama's account and then she's taking that money and running off. Like, get yourself a bank account. Be a grown up. Set it up. Set up direct deposit. This way, number one, you're going to save yourself time and money, right? You're not going to have to go to check cash in place, cash a check, waste whatever money that, you know, they charge you for the fee, and it's going to be there automatically. And that's going to help you with your credit too, right? Like, so there's certain credit cards, certain like, you're trying to get a car, trying to get a house, trying to get an apartment. They're going to be like, you get direct deposit? Yes, great. And that's going to be a plus because they're going to know that money is going to be there.
Plus, your check can get lost in the mail.
Yeah, no matter what, right? So know these basic things when you're going into a job. Have a pen so you can sign paperwork. Know what you're going to do about how you're going to get paid. Like, oh, I want direct deposit. I got my bank account set up. I'm all good to go. What else?
Well, the other thing, probably don't ask for something, meaning like, where's my laptop or where's this or where's that? You know, I could see that being a thing as well too.
Yeah, do that pre-work, right?
Yeah, do your homework. Maybe ask those questions ahead of time and say, hey, do you know what I'll be working on? And the person might say, oh yes, we're gonna provide you with a laptop, or you know, things like that.
And listen, that laptop might take 2 weeks.
Yeah.
To get to you, right? So as a new person, even if they tell you we're gonna give you a machine, whatever, a tablet, an iPad, a laptop. Sometimes it takes companies a while to get all that stuff processed and into your hands.
Yeah. Not only that, but don't ask to be like, oh, do I get to take it home?
Listen,
right?
If you're asking for that to take it home with you, that just means I'm going to be doing work at home.
Yeah.
That's all you're saying. That's all you're asking for is, can I take my work home with me?
Yeah.
Can I now be on call for more time outside of when I leave the office?
Like, no, it's because I want to work remote now. I got my laptop.
Yeah, and then you get your laptop and don't log into Netflix and YouTube and Pornhub and whatever other weird OnlyFans. Don't do any of that with the company laptop.
So they can track it.
Yeah, don't be a bozo, guys. All right? I know you're new. You just got this job. You're super excited about it. Do not do anything that is not work related with that computer or that tablet, because believe me, some way, somehow, they are tracking it.
Oh, yeah.
And there's different levels to tracking it. There's keystrokes. There's like screen stuff. There's like activity.
Yeah, check your history, all that kind of stuff.
So just know
you're being monitored.
You're being monitored. It's a work computer, bro. Don't be donating to the chick on OnlyFans with your work computer. That's a super bad idea.
Be like, yeah, I was late today. I was stuck in a ton of traffic, but then they could see on like your laptop that you left. You know, like an hour past when you said you had been there. You know,
yeah. So have all these things in your mind, guys, as you're starting this new job. Maybe you're new to the workforce. Maybe, you know, you started in the pandemic out of college and, you know, you never really had a real job or a real office job and you finally made it through. These are real basic things that will help you survive in that environment.
That's a good point.
You know what else? We talked about this on a couple different pods, but I'm going to keep saying it. It's how you dress and your hygiene. Right? First day of work, make sure you smell good. Make sure you have deodorant in your bag, maybe a little cologne, maybe some mouthwash, something along those lines. Because again, you don't want to be talking to your boss or your manager, have stinky breath or smell like onions or feet or whatever the case may be, Cheetos. Like, take care of your hygiene. Make sure you also got a haircut like the night before, the day before. So you're not showing up with stubble or you're not showing up with your lineup looking all crazy. Or if you're a woman, make sure, you know, maybe go to a salon, get a nice blowout or something. Your hair's nice and, you know, nice.
Yeah, you're presentable.
Color and all that. You don't want to show up looking like I haven't washed my hair in a week, you know, because I'm a broke, unemployed person.
Yeah, you're being judged as soon as you walk in that door.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. What time you show up, how you look, are you prepared? And then the other thing, too, is stay off your cell phone.
Oh, rule number 1.
Yeah, we might have moved that to the side. Well, yeah, you got to show up, but then, yeah.
That should be number 2.
Yeah, stay off your phone.
You can switch 2 and 3, though, because if you show up looking crazy, you're already done. But yeah, cell phones are the devil, guys. Right? Your Instagram could wait till you get out of work. Your Snapchat, your TikTok, they could all wait for that hour train ride home that you're going to have, right? Do that then, right? Really, what you should only be doing is checking your phone if it's some kind of like adult care or child care situation.
Yeah, but even still, like you want to make sure that you tell them ahead of time.
Yeah.
Right? Like just be like, oh, well, I'm taking care of this or I'm doing that. Then it'd be like, well, why didn't... Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't need to know that, but also maybe I do need to know that if it's going to disrupt your day.
Yeah, absolutely. I would even tell my manager, hey, just a heads up, you know, I have daycare. I have somebody that watches my son or my daughter, and every once in a while, periodically, I just have to text them in and just make sure everything is fine. Or I take care of my mom who has dementia or something, and I have to every once in a while text the home aide and make sure they're okay. But I'm only going to do that, then I'm going to put it away. I'm not going to be surfing. As a manager, I would respect that and be like, thank you for letting me know. I appreciate that. And now we can even have some banter and some non-work conversation.
Maybe you have something similar situation or something like that.
Yeah, and now you might develop some kind of bond with your first coworker that you could, you've engaged with, and now maybe you got a friend at work or somebody you can talk to at work.
But you don't want to overshare. Like if it's an okay story, you don't want it to be like, oh, well, yeah, I'm waiting for this person to call me from jail or something. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's a great point. You should never overshare at work.
Yeah.
Right. You got to remember, you're there to do a job. You're not necessarily there to make friends. It's great.
It is.
When you can make friends at work and you can like have a great like relationship with everybody there, but that's not what you're there for.
But that takes time though. Yeah, and you're not going to do that on the first day.
And listen, maybe not immediately tell all your coworkers about your SoundCloud where you're like a rapper, right? And or whatever, right? Or an OnlyFans model, or you used to be, I don't know, MMA fighter, whatever the case is. Your personal stuff and your hobbies, at least in the beginning, you should probably keep those things to yourself because you never know how they could be spun around and used against you or used to twist the perception of you at your new job.
That's right.
So like...
But anyway, we'll talk more about the cell phone, right? So no watching movies, staying off social media, all those kind of things. If your phone's like, make sure your phone is silent, right? Like you don't want that person that's getting a bunch of notifications all the time. Then, you see that stuff and you're like, oh my goodness, like their phone never stops.
Yeah, you shouldn't be at work watching Game of Thrones. Shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be watching Soprano or The Wire or whatever your favorite show is. Like, that's not what you're there for. And it's a total disrespect to like the management and the job if they were to walk in and see you doing that. Like you could get fired on the spot technically for something like that. So like just don't do it. Like just don't do it. And to your point of the phone, like there's watching it, but then there's using it. So like if you're in a career or a job where there's some cool stuff happening, I know you want to Instagram it. I know you do. I know you want to take your phone out and you want to snap a picture.
Look at the skyline. Look what I'm doing.
Oh, look. Oh my God. Look at this new program that's coming out. Look at this new product that's going to launch.
You don't even know what the social media policy is.
Bro, don't do it.
Yeah.
Just don't do it. Don't do it. Listen, there's been tons of times at different jobs I've had where I've met celebrities or industry titans, and it would be awesome to say, look, I got a picture with this person. No.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Well, the other thing is not only just because maybe people are thinking that we are only talking about being at like your desk or in front of your boss, but that could be like just walking around and your head's down on your phone and everyone sees you walking around. You're like, oh, well, I wasn't at my desk. But you don't seem like you're engaged about the job if you're doing things like that.
You might have walked by somebody who's super important.
And you had no idea.
And you had no idea because you had your head down.
Mm-hmm.
And listen, not even a desk job, right? If like, did you remember that thing where the airline stewardess was like twerking in the aisles and she got fired?
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Right. And then there was the idiot who was standing on top of the lettuce in the Burger King. Did you ever see that?
Yeah.
Like, guys, just get off of your phones, bro. Like, these things are the devil. They really are like destroying your brains out there. Like, focus on what you're there to do. You're there to do a job. Just do the job. Leave all the posting and all the TikToks and snaps. Leave that for when you out of the office or out of the job, man. Like,
everybody doesn't need to know everything.
But see, that's the problem with the way the world is working right now. It's the opposite.
Yeah.
It feels like everybody needs to know everything that you're doing at all moments, or else it's like you don't exist.
Yeah. Well, I guess. I mean, I don't know.
I hear you.
I wouldn't do it.
I hear you. All right. So we got phones.
Yep.
We got the commute. We got hygiene. What else?
I'm also thinking we're talking about the people and like the environment. So like, don't feed into other people's negativity or them telling you bad things about it and be like, oh yeah, really? Yeah, I had the other thing. And then people hear you talk, and you just may be guilty by association.
Yeah, like again, you just got there. Mind your business.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what gossip and why gossip is the way it is, what transpired. You have nothing to do with that. You're new. You're neutral. If somebody comes to you with that negativity and that gossip, just know they're gonna do the same thing to you. You're the new guy. They don't know you from a hole in the wall, and they're over here spilling the beans, being an informant.
Right.
Right.
Be like, did you hear what the new guy just said?
Don't do it.
The new person, right?
Yeah, because they could be looking for more stuff to gossip about, right? Because a gossiper likes to gossip.
Mm-hmm.
So they could be like, hey, new guy, blah 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 blah, and then solicit information out of you, and then they're gonna go and then gossip.
How'd you get here? Who hired you? All that kind of stuff, and they're like, maybe this is my replacement. Now I need to try to bury them because they're gonna take my job.
Yeah, don't overshare at all, and don't buy into gossip and negativity. So if somebody has a negative experience at that job, until you experience that negativity, take it with a grain of salt, right? Because that person could be a low performer. They could be trash.
Yep.
And maybe that's why they're having such a negative experience, because they're a bozo. But if you're not a bozo and you're coming in to do a good job,
Yeah, stay away from it.
yeah, don't sit at the loser table, right? Think about it like that, like in high school and all. Don't sit at the loser table. You want to sit with the winners. So that's another thing. When you get to a new job, you want to see who are the high performers and who are the people with influence and who are the people that can help you move your agenda along, which is, growing that career, make more money, whatever it is, right? So you want to sit with those people. You don't want to sit with the people that are constantly complaining and whining and upset about something.
Like the new guys with that person, they're just always complaining. Oh, he's probably like that too. And then eventually that's the perception of you, unfortunately, because of, who you're associating with.
And that goes to the culture, right? I think it's really important to understand the culture of your job. What is an acceptable joke? What's not an acceptable joke? What is an acceptable kind of way to talk to somebody in leadership?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Can you say, yo, what's up, bro, to your manager? Or is he going to be like, excuse me?
Yeah.
What did you just say to me? Right?
I wouldn't talk like that, but
there's a lot of people that will be like, that's my manager. Yo, bro. Yo, hey, yo, I got to put the box over here. Yo.
Yeah.
You don't know. Your manager might not be receptive to that type of language. He might be like, yo, don't call me your bro. My name is whatever it is. Please address me by my name. And now you're already starting on friction with this person because you're not reading the room.
Or you could just be formal with them and then maybe they'll correct you and say, no, just call me James instead of Mr. Clark.
There you go. And listen, you want some stats? 38% of new hires fail in the first 18 months because they don't get the culture, right? It's super important. You got to understand the culture of where you're going to work. If you can't read the room and see how everybody plays,
yeah, it's a good point.
You're out of there. You know what I'm saying? Because first of all, I don't want to work with anybody who doesn't understand how we talk to each other or how the work gets done or how we all just work, you know what I mean?
A little bit.
Y'all feel me, right? Like if we know we get things done a certain way, and then here comes now this new person, and they just can't buy into the way we're doing it.
Yeah, I can see that because if you're hiring someone, a lot of times they'll be like, well, you have two skilled people, and then it usually comes down to who do we think is going to be the best fit for the team as a personality. Usually, that's how that would go.
Yeah, and look, a huge percentage of why people fail, as well as 89% of why some people don't make it past their first year, is because their attitude. It's just not a match, right? You're coming in and maybe you're the negative person. You're now souring the well, right? For the rest of us. Nobody wants to work with somebody who's not part of
just makes it that much more difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't be the reason why now we gotta be like, oh, this guy's here.
I gotta manage around his attitude and
exactly.
I'm not with that.
Yeah. So look, learn the culture of your team. See the unspoken rules. This is a big one too. Culture is basically how things work, right? So there's gonna be rules that aren't gonna be in your handbook that they're gonna give you. right? So you got to learn those. How do you talk to leadership? How do they run meetings? Like, how do just things get done around here? Like, you might have a bozo manager, but you might have a really great assistant manager. So maybe I start observing that instead of going directly to my manager, I really need to talk to the assistant manager, because that's really the person that gets things done.
That's right.
So like,
good point.
You got to just learn the office or the job politics in order to really hit the ground running, or else you're just going to be a bozo.
Right. You're not going to do this on the first day, but that this is something to be aware of, because like if you start off on the wrong foot, then eventually you're going to be, in the same position as some of the stats that James was mentioning here before.
I mean, but it could totally be on your first day too.
I mean, I'm not saying it can't be, but I'm saying it can also, over the course of a small, amount of time, right? So,
yeah. So, what else, Senor Hagedorn?
I'd say the other thing is don't ask to leave early.
Ooh.
That's a major red flag. I've seen that before.
That's a bozo move. The first day of work, somebody asked to leave early?
Yeah, because they always think that I'm going to have to fill out some paperwork. There's going to be a little bit of training, nothing too crazy. It's going to be like a light day. It's going to be a nice day because it's my first day.
And I'm out of here.
And I'm out of here a little early. Yeah, absolutely.
Don't do that.
And it could be a test. They're going to be like, let's see if this person wants to leave. Or they're like, do you want to leave early today? And they're like, yes. Maybe you're being tested too.
Listen, that's the other thing. That's a great great point that you make. So let's say you get hired. Remember, you beat the odds. It's nasty outside. It's disgusting outside, right? 27 weeks people are going without a job, right? Disgusting. You get in. And then your first day, your manager says, hey, you know what? You got all your paperwork filled out. You did your onboarding stuff. You looked around. You're good. You know what? You could go ahead. Go home. I know it's only 1 o'clock, but go home.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. Get some rest and come back tomorrow ready to work. Your answer should be, wow, I really appreciate that, sir or ma'am, but I'm going to stick around and just observe and see how things get done. I'm going to soak up a little bit more game, whatever. I'm going to see how the burgers are being made, or I'm going to see how the warehouse stuff is being stacked, or the trucks come in, or I'm going to see how the office works and go talk to different people in different departments and just get a little bit of more.
Is there anybody else I can shadow, or maybe I can help out someone right now?
Yeah, that's another thing, right?
Yeah.
So when you start a new job, you want to find somebody that you can shadow and like learn how things actually get done. So try to quickly identify a high performer and how they're doing it, and then be like, okay, I gotta follow that. That's what success looks like at this company. That's what I got to do. That's who I got to kind of get next to and emulate a little bit as far as the work and the performance is concerned. I would also say, though, Hag, that immediately upon getting a new job, you got to start building wins.
Okay. Give
Quick
me
wins.
just little wins. You're showing up on time. You look prepared. You look the part. You're not being negative. You're staying off your phone. You're not asking to leave early. I mean, those are some quick wins right there.
Yep. Hey, boss, what can I take off your plate? Right? You're showing initiative.
Yeah. You're being proactive.
That's right. Now your manager's like, oh, this guy didn't ask me to leave early. He asked me,
what can I do to help?
what else can I help with?
Right. That's a good point.
60% of managers believe new hires' success or failure is determined within the first 2 weeks.
I believe that. That's fair.
That's your first paycheck. So by the time your first paychecks arrive, managers already know, okay, this is a keeper, or this is, I don't know. We might have to watch this person.
I'm going to have to build a report.
Yeah. Listen, and employees with supportive managers are 67% more engaged, right? So like, as you start immediately developing that relationship with a manager, you're going to get tied into things. You're not just going to be a robot, right? You're going to like, this person might share now the thinking with you of how the operation works. And now you're just like, you're making your in, right? Because culture, relationships, all those things matter in a new job.
Yeah, if they're trying to spend more time with you, right? That's a good sign. It's like, oh, this person, they're good. I'm going to start investing more time into this person, their success, because they're going to be here longer than 2 weeks, right?
Listen, a simple question. what's the number one priority that we need to get done this week, and how can I help lighten that load?
Everything. Yeah.
Maybe it is everything, but now I'm thinking, if I'm that manager and you've come and said that to me, I'm like, we got the right person.
Yeah, that's true. That's good.
We got somebody who's like engaged, wants to help, and is like happy to be here and wants to do stuff.
What's the next question is going to be, when does it need to be done by? And I'll be like, yesterday. What are your expectations? Perfection.
And listen, that's
those are real things.
That's my number 2 question.
Yeah.
I ask this to this day, right? When if somebody's like, hey, we got to get this done, fantastic, got it. What's the turnaround time? Immediately, that's my second question. So I got to understand how to prioritize my stuff that I got to do. Does this need to go to the top of my list, or can I just tuck this somewhere in the middle? Pause. That was a pause. I caught it.
It's
pause.
Okay.
All right.
I say nothing. I just chuckled.
All right. What else, Hag? What do you think here, bud?
I'm not sure, man. I think those are, for me, I feel like those are the really key points here in the first day of work.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do think, though, that you got to start figuring out the relationships. Again, who are the cross-functional partners that can help you get things done?
But this is now we're in like the 2-week period.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd say we're in the 2-week period now after the first day.
Yeah.
Because just based off of that stat that, they're going to decide within the first 2 weeks whether or not you're a good fit. Now we're kind of leading past the first day.
Yeah, but you got to build relationships. Everywhere you go, this is all built on relationships, right? So you're 2 weeks in now, you got to start building friendships, or at least work friendships, so that you can get things done.
Right.
Barbara in accounting, she might need to cut a PO for you, right? If you're just sending her an email, she doesn't know you, doesn't have FaceTime with you, maybe she's not as quick to cut that PO for you.
Right.
Right? Maybe just walk over to her desk. Hey, Barbara, I'm the new guy, blah, blah, blah. I just want to let you know I'm in this department. So when you see an email from me, now you got the face, blah, blah, blah. And just start making friendly banter, because people are obviously way more receptive to somebody that's friendly with them than somebody who's just going to hit them up and be like, I need a PO now.
Yeah. Well, when you go around and you meet people, you can be like, oh, I'll send you an email, or, an IM direct message, or things like that. So you kind of build that as well.
Yeah, because look, once you have those connections, you're going to just automatically be more engaged, and you're going to be more useful.
Well, look in the phone book. That's another thing too, right? Start looking up who's on your team, the org chart, like all those things as well. Know who's who without having to ask. So that way, if you see someone for the first time, be like, oh, hey, James, I'm like, great to meet you. And you already know what the person looks like.
Yeah, the company directory. You said phone book. The young kids.
Well, so not that means. Yeah, not like the yellow pages, or the white pages, but yeah.
Yeah. So most office jobs, most corporations are gonna have like an internal site where you can look up everybody who works there. That's another thing you should probably do, is like look up that tree of like who's your manager, who's their manager, and like where do all those things connect?
Yeah, where they fit into.
Yeah. Absolutely. All right. I think this next part. I think it's going to resonate with you.
Oh boy, why?
Because you said it a couple of times to me, and I recently even experienced it myself. It's like, you get one question.
Yeah.
You get one question.
Don't be asking bad questions.
Yeah, you get one question.
Whoever said like you there's no such thing as a dumb question, then
a dummy.
Yeah, pretty much.
They were trying to make you feel good because you're a dummy.
Yeah.
So they're like, no, it's not a dumb question. Sure, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure. Never look when you cross the street. That's fine. Like, it's one of those type of things, right? Like, we know you need to look both ways, but you're an idiot. So we have to make you feel good about being an idiot now, because we're all politically correct.
That's right.
So listen, if you're gonna ask a question, think to yourself, can I find this answer myself before I go and bother a manager or senior leadership or an executive or a VP or somebody? Can I find this answer out on my own?
Please do not ask me a question that you can answer yourself.
Yes.
That's a major red flag.
You should hear these voices in your head when you're writing an email and you're about to hit send. Before you hit send, go, can I find this information out on my own?
If you can, don't ask me, because I won't. And listen,
I'm
gonna let you know.
listen, and some managers will be like, oh, listen, there's no such thing as a dumb question. Ask all the stupid questions.
No, don't do that to me. Do not do that to me. I swear, don't do it to me.
Don't ask them stupid questions.
Nah, don't do it.
And to a certain point, me either, right? Like I have a little bit of tolerance if you're new, right? Because we're talking about you just got a new job. So maybe you have tons of questions. But silly questions that you can look inside that little manual they just gave you, that little guide they just gave you. Like if you're like, hey,
slows everybody down.
Like, hey, what time do we open?
Dude, please.
What the fuck did you just say to me? Like,
Yeah.
you're asking me when the fuck we just, like, bro, get the fuck out of my face, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you can't look at the door that says 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. or whatever the time is, or you can't look in the damn.
Show some initiative. I wouldn't be able to do it. Because what happens is like you think that it's okay to ask all these bad questions, and then you keep asking more questions, and then what happens is it becomes unproductive, and then people are going to stop wanting to like talk to you because they're like, oh, I don't want to talk to this person because they asked me a million questions, and I can't get anything done.
Yeah. And then if people take the time out of their day or as part of their job to make it easy for the employees to access this information, and then you don't access the information and you are going and bothering managers or assistant managers, whoever, with a stupid question that was easily answerable, you look like a whole bozo, bro. A whole bozo. Because now it's like, yo, we spent all this time and energy making these learning materials and these guides and whatever for you, and you're not using them.
Or you could say, hey, I've looked in these different areas, right? And then be like, I'm unable to answer this question. Would you happen to know this? So at least I know like you tried, as opposed to being like, hey, do you know where the bathroom is? Like
that,
you know?
See, like, I'm not mad at that.
Yeah.
Hey, I looked at this and I didn't understand this. Or it wasn't clear to me. Can you elaborate? Can you clarify this for me? How am I supposed to do this? Fantastic. You read the materials. It's just not resonating. Here's how you do it.
Ask somebody that you work with too, because that's how you also build relationships as well, like with your coworkers before you go to your boss directly. Like, maybe I can reach out to this person. Maybe they might be able to help me. That doesn't stop you from actually being like, hey, do you know this? Like, hey, I looked this up. I still don't kind of understand it. Would you be able to help me? And then if that person can, it doesn't make sense, then maybe you go to your boss.
Yeah, don't be bugging your boss with stupid questions. We hate it.
Yeah.
Just being honest with you, we hate it.
Yeah.
We're the voice of all the frustrated managers out there in the world right now saying things that they're not allowed to say or feel. The reality is, we don't like stupid questions.
I mean, I've instituted a rule before where it's basically like, hey, you get 2 questions a day, kind of like the NFL challenge. You get 2 questions, and if you ask a bad one, you lose your other one. But at the same time, it kind of led to people being able to ask better questions, and the questions got better, as opposed to like, hey, where's the bathroom? You know?
Absolutely. Try to get the information, try to answer it with information that's available before bothering a manager.
Yeah, we're trying to teach people how to fish.
Yes.
You know?
Absolutely. All right. So I think we got it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think we did it. All right. So listen, congratulations. Don't blow it. Show up on time. Dress nice. Smell good. Don't get involved in office gossip. Make sure you bring all the right stuff to work, right?
Yeah. Don't take the lady from HR to the Coldplay concert.
But make friends. Try to be friendly. But yeah, don't take the HR lady and hug her at a Coldplay concert.
Right.
What else?
Don't ask to leave early.
Don't ask to leave early. Don't ask stupid questions. Don't be on your phone.
Stay off your phone. That's a big one.
Yep. Make sure that you're asking productive things, or you're saying, how can I help? How can I be of assistance?
This is basically being proactive.
That's what we want to hear as managers and leaders. All that other stuff,
that's right.
We're going to be like, yo, who hired you, yo?
Seriously.
All right.
Yeah.
See y'all later. Like, subscribe, argue with us in the comments, because we'll argue back. Some of y'all already caught some strays. So keep it up. We love disrespecting y'all. Catch you on the next one.